How awesome are chicken wings? I actually love chicken wings so much, especially when it's like Korean fried chicken. You get all glazed up and everything. Go to KFC, get the dirty birdie. That's really delicious. You stuff a chicken. Stuff a chicken wing? That's next level. What up, gangsters? Welcome back. All right. Now we're gonna make something of our own little Korean fried, not even Korean actually, KFC, deep fried chicken. I'm sure you've heard of it, like stuffed chicken wing, and that is epic. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna utilize leftover rice that you have at home and from rice that I had from the last episode, which was literally today. Okay, I've got a little bit of rice, and we're gonna pimp the shit out of this. We're gonna add some butter. Again, we're gonna add some furikake, that's optional. We're gonna have some chives, onions, a bit of garlic. Actually, I have no onions, so I'm just gonna add some garlic. And we're gonna have some shiitake mushrooms, make it a bit more meatier. So, to make the mix, we're going to chop the stalk off the shiitake. Only need a couple. Just roughly. Don't have to be too fancy about it because it's all gonna be inside the chicken wing with the rice. Okay, shiitake, done. All right, so butter into a pan. Get that all in. Medium heat. And then while that's melting away, I'm gonna chop our garlic. I'm gonna crush it so it becomes roughly chopped. You don't have to use as much garlic as I do, but you know me. I love my garlic. Now, there's gonna be quite a bit of butter because we want all that butter to kind of soak up into the rice. So in here, into another bowl, chuck in our leftover rice, chuck in our mushrooms, chuck in our garlic. And we only want to cook it enough until the garlic starts to kind of lose its spiciness, until it gets nice and fragrant. And until the shiitake mushrooms become tender. Season a bit of salt. Crack a bit of pepper. You can start to see the little caramelization of the shiitake mushrooms. That's when you know it's almost ready. Turn the heat off. And at this point, just pour it into the rice. And see how all that rice has already sucked up all of that butter? That's good. You don't want it to be too oily. You also don't want it to be too dry. It kind of gives like a beautiful sheen to it. Season with some furikake again. Also optional, you can use just sesame seed or even sashimi. Pull up my onions as well, which means a little bit for chives. I'm gonna give this a little taster. Like a true Asian. That's pretty well actually. With salt, and a bit more of this. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. When you go to Indonesia or you go to Asia, you go to KFC there or you go to McDonald's there, you get like a burger bun of rice and the chicken. Fried chicken is the best over there, I'd say. And you have that, you bite that, you have that, you bite that. But when you put the two together, you put the rice in the chicken wing, you deep fry it, you take a bite, that's a no-brainer. That's like a meal in your mouth. So, rice done. Into a piping bag. Oh shit. You know what, you can even like pop this in the pan and make it like your own fried rice. Yum. Okay. Buttery and freaking delicious. Set this aside. And now let's work on our chicken. Alright. So here I've got a really hot deep fryer. Oil is at 180 degrees. Alright, here's the fun part. The wings. If you have any feathers, little shitty feathers just sticking out, just pluck them. You don't want to eat deep fried feathers. Don't be like KFC, we're better than that. You can see the little knuckle there. So there's usually like a drumette here. Just slice that through. I think we're supposed to do, I haven't done this in a while. Just cut the knuckle as much as you can, a little white bone. Like so. Keep this for a sauce or for a stock. And all we're gonna do is just run our finger just down and tease that flesh away from the bone. So if it's stuck like that, you can see a little tendon. Get your knife and release it. Simple as that. And all you're gonna do is just keep teasing that down. See how it's coming out clean? Keep that skin intact. Then, if I'm not mistaken, just twist, pop. Hell yeah, look at that, huh? It's perfect. Keep it for a sauce, don't chuck it out. And you have this sausage wallet, pretty much. This little empty pocket. And we're gonna stuff this with the rice, gonna stitch it up, and then deep fry it with some rice flour, and you're set. You're good. It's that easy, and it's that simple, and it's that fun to eat. Get yourself clean hands, wash it. I mean, wash your hands, wash yourself, I don't know. Give me a sec. What you wanna do is chop your piping bag with rice, chop the tip out, and grab yourself a couple of toothpicks. So each toothpick should be per wing, and we're gonna use that to stitch it up. You don't wanna squeeze, since the oil is letting it release from the bag, you don't wanna squeeze from the top here. That's gonna mush up the rice, and you don't want any of that. And if the piping bag, the tip, is too loose or too little, just cut a little bit more. I'm gonna cut a little bit more. So that way it's not gonna mush up the rice when you pipe it in. One hand clean, one hand dirty. Open it up like a sausage, stuff it in. I'm gonna use the left hand to push the rice in to the chicken wing. So pinch, pinch, pinch. Let that sit aside. And at this point, when it's really full, look at it, it's fucking huge now. Basically a meal in its own. So you want to tuck it in and stuff this chicken as much as you can. Now it's really important that you stitch this. You close it up, get it as full as you can, and you stitch it. Put from one end, like that, and you go back in and out, like so, through the skin. It's very important, through the skin. And making sure that none of the rice is coming out or exploding, because if you don't stitch this up at all, you chuck it in the deep fry, it's going to open up and all that mess is gonna come out basically. Just like that. So go yourself 1, 2, 3 chubby boys, and we're gonna work on our 4th. And this will take about 5 to 6 minutes to fry. Maybe less actually, we'll find out. So at this point, I'm gonna wash up my hands, and what we're gonna do is dust this with some rice flour. If you don't have rice flour, you can use corn flour as well. All right, so here's a little neat trick. Grab yourself a tea strainer, put your flour in, you can dust it. So we're gonna dust it like that. Flip it onto the other side, dust it again. And this is gonna make it extra crispy. You don't have to, you can just basically fry it straight away. And you can have this with like a dipping sauce, some soy sauce, some sweet soy, Kewpie mayo. And make sure you dust that stitching part, because the rice flour, what's gonna do is kind of like, it'll help seal up the chicken as the juices come out and the flour gets soaked and cooked. That's it, and it's ready to fry. Shake off any excess, okay? I'm gonna put all 4 in there. If it can fit. If it can fit. Do 2 at a time. Oh man, I think that's almost done. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna fry these last 2. Alright, once they're done frying, straight onto Fuck, it's hot. A tray. Alright. Straight onto a tray with paper towel. Drain off the oil. Just let it rest. So all that extra heat is going to cook the chicken. So at this point, let it rest. Let it cool down a little bit. Next thing, what I'm going to do is just kind of glaze it with, I'm not going to glaze it all. I'm just going to blowtorch it, get that like nice char. You can put it over a barbecue and it'll be really cool. Then what this will do is give it like extra crisp. Don't go a bit too much, don't go too crazy on it. And get that extra smokiness as well. Like a yakitori almost. And this is completely optional. And I'm sure you're probably already going to notice that some are overstuffed and explodes. That I actually don't know why. It's a fail, it's fine. Okay, skewer it out. For me, I don't really care. As long as everything is completely intact. Oh, okay, that's so fucking hot. When everything's still intact and when we bite into it, it's gonna be that juicy, hot, steamy piece of chicken wing. With rice inside, salt. You can glaze it with some sweet soy or some teriyaki glaze. Amazing, perfect, and done. And that's it. I'm gonna plate this up. And I stuffed it up. I actually stuffed my stuffed chicken wing. How do you stuff a stuffed chicken wing? It's simple as like putting the rice in the chicken wing and then letting it deep fry, but then it exploded. The rice just went, I don't know what happened. That just shits me. That's really annoying. But I used to make this, I don't know, it was a while ago since I last made it. I would glaze it with a nice, beautiful soy glaze, some soy, some mirin rice vinegar and ginger, bit of spices, blowtorch the shit out of it, glaze it again, blowtorch it again, and has this beautiful, nice caramelization to it. That one, I think I overstuffed for sure. Exploded. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not perfect. It is not the best work that I've done, but I know it's gonna be delicious still. Just pop a couple there. And that, my friends, is my stuffed chicken wing that I stuffed up anyway. For this one. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, that's good actually. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see me stuff up again. I'm gonna make this one more time, all right? And I'm gonna have like a Korean spicy glaze or Japanese teriyaki sauce as well. I'm gonna redeem myself. This is not over yet. But anyways, that's my stuffed chicken wing. Try the recipe at home, hope you like it. And I'll see you guys next time.